Northeast Texas Storm Chasers is a small group made up of 5 chasers throughout the Northeast Texas region. We cover any and all severe weather events that affect their area, no matter if they are out in the field or behind a phone on the couch. You can guarantee that this group keep you and your family safe and prepared for all modes of severe weather. For more info and or questions, please visit their Facebook page, Northeast Texas Storm Changers, and be sure to click that like button. Thank you for supporting our podcast.
Viking Mat Co. is one of the top suppliers of timber mat products for the construction industry in North America. Our new and used timber mats, hardwood access mats, timber crane mats, and swamp mats provide support and stability for any project.
Welcome back to the CRL Podcast. I'm your host, Nixium, with Heathen and
No,
Flash.
you're not! He's not your host.
He is. He did the opening.
Wow, he did the opening. Atlanta did the host. Atlanta did the fucking opening week 5, and he wasn't the host. He even said he wasn't the host. Week 3, sorry.
Well, he is the host right now.
I mean, I'm the host of the lobby, though, so technically I'm not. Not the host.
Alright, now you're the host, Ethan. It switched over.
Yeah, now I'm the host. Alright. Why am I... What is this? I'm retarded. I don't know how to do this. I need help.
What?
You can talk about the sponsor, Mr. Lucas. Flash. I know you want to. It's your best part. It's Flash's favorite part of the podcast.
Oh yeah, well, you gotta say it first because you gotta get the.
Oh, exactly. All right. Obviously, I want to thank Northeast Texas Storm Chasers.
Yeah, we want to thank the southwestern South Dakota Storm Chasers. Was that close?
What'd you say?
Southwestern South Dakota Storm Chasers.
Shh. God damn it.
Something like that.
Yeah. Sure.
Storm knows.
Storm loves you for that, by the way. Like, he just loves you. Like, so much. Fuck Dana Ricardo. He's a little bitch.
Whoa,
All right,
whoa,
definitely
no
on topic.
need to get hostile.
Bro, Landon Norris is the best person on McLaren. Don't even at me. You picked a Williams car?
Georgie boy. We're on equal cars.
Wait. This is 13 laps.
Oh.
You don't want to do a 25%er?
Hold on. Alright, Flash, let's get into our news. Well, Lucas, we have news from the race. I mean, from,
Today, Junior.
What
from
race?
NASCAR. NASCAR news, sorry.
What NASCAR news
the
happened
new
this
game.
week?
The new game. You've been watching all the things.
Oh,
We
the
didn't
driver
get
or
one.
the
We
dev
didn't
diary,
get
excuse
it.
me?
We didn't get a dev diary this week.
See, 5 laps.
Didn't?
Oh, not yet. Maybe
Oh,
tomorrow.
that's stupid.
In between the races.
Alright, so I got a question for you, Lucas, though.
Yes,
We're
sir.
gonna hopping right into this. Since you are obviously Cone is more of a wall banger than you are, but how do you think that the move Kyle Larson pulled at the end of Darlington?
Great. Carl
I loved it.
Edwards-esque.
Carl. Oh yeah, Michigan.
I actually think it was better than the
Kansas.
Carl Edwards move.
Oh.
Because
that one
Oh,
almost
yeah,
worked.
because he actually almost got
you
there.
actually saw him gain time in the wall. He actually wall rode and it worked. Worked right there till the
Which was surprising.
Flash, you would have thought Heathen was in the car, you know?
I know. I actually thought he was when I saw it happen. I was like, this motherfucker really did get in the car. He said he was.
I told you, the 5 car's mine. You know, Danny Hamlin finally actually, won a fucking race this year, which, we didn't think was gonna happen. I mean, we knew it was gonna happen at some point, but Darlington, he's always been good here, but he's always like just chokes at the end. So.
Then why'd you take off custom setups?
Oh, I didn't even know what car I
you,
was
bud.
in. All right, I guess I'm in the Red Bull.
What's happening tomorrow, I think, is a lot more important than what happened last week. That is Dale Jr. racing Xfinity.
See, here I thought you were going to refer to why he is tomorrow.
Because it's Richmond?
Oh.
You know, the more important reason?
That's not important?
What, that is Richmond?
Okay, so tomorrow, as of the time of recording, marks the 20th anniversary of 9/11.
I mean, it's actually today as a time recording, you fucking
East
idiot.
Coast, but yes, West
I'm
Coast
West
it
Coast.
is not yet. But, yep, for everyone listening to this, it's probably already passed, but the 20th anniversary is upon us here.
Oh,
some,
yeah.
some of
It's
you listening
9/11.
probably weren't even born yet.
No, I wasn't born
My
yet.
name is...
Yeah.
Unless your name is, Sean, then you're definitely born. He was born like 7 years before that. Sean, we love you. But yeah, I forgot about that, honestly.
And that is a
I didn't know that
beautiful
was
car
why.
he's running.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
no,
that car
yeah,
is
definitely
amazing.
He's probably my pick to win in being truthful with you.
Oh, this is going to be a short podcast. You're already on the picks.
Yeah, I know. About picking. Hey, we should do some F1 and IndyCar picks today, man.
For picks that bad. It's just I just don't, know really to talk about right now because, there's not really much that went on. We don't have any yet. I mean, we can interview
We
the
can
winner
talk
of
about
CRL's race tonight.
Darlington.
All right, start talking. I didn't watch any races this week. All I know is that I got fucked by the Lawless, what the fuck his name is.
Wallace Allen. No, she did not
That
get.
one.
It was not her fault.
We need to put the AI on
I
harder.
know it wasn't her fault. No, we probably should. But we're not, this is an audio podcast, Flash. It's not thanks, dumbass.
Sorry.
You're a fucking idiot.
Hey now.
Speaking
Lucas,
of
talk.
the Nice car, that 45, PSES zone Chris Hacker is going to be in some races.
iRacing guy.
Yeah.
My boy Chris.
Yes.
The thing is, I might actually be able to get him into a podcast, actually, now I think about it, because I have ties with the iRacing guys, and with, obviously, PSES. We could actually be our first NASCAR driver on the podcast.
We could do this. That sounds like a plan.
I could do this.
All right, well, if we're
Yeah,
pulling
it'd be long,
strings,
right?
I'll go pull my strings and see what I can do elsewhere.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Who you gonna pull?
A driver I've met.
I hate you. Don't even say who I think you're gonna fucking say.
What? I'm not.
We all know.
I'm not.
We
gonna
all
say
know.
her.
If
No one can
we
get
all
her.
know if she was on the podcast, I wouldn't be able to do the podcast.
I'm not gonna say her. Don't
Let's
worry.
be
It's a
real.
dude that I met, and he's nice as hell, and he's
Oh, Tony Stewart.
No, not Tony. Even my strings aren't that good, man.
Well, give me a hint of who you might get
He runs Xfinity sometimes.
currently.
Yeah.
Kobe Howard,
Garrett Smith.
Ryan Vargas,
No, we're not playing the guessing game.
Thesnuts.com.
I don't know why you would sponsor your own podcast.
I don't know why the podcast even sponsored at this point, honestly.
So who is it?
We-
Who is it, Lucas?
We'll see.
Yeah, okay.
We'll see what I can do.
Alright.
I'm thinking he's full of cat flush.
Nah, I trust him, man.
I mean, you also wrecked me on lap 1, so I mean, I think you're full of shit too.
No. That's why we don't need to just be audio. Show him. Show me crashing you.
Yeah, nah. So Flash, since you want to talk about the 9/11 stuff, talk.
Well,
Because I have no clue about 9/11.
well, obviously, again, 20th anniversary tomorrow. At about 8:40 in the morning, the first plane hit, and then somewhere close to 2 hours later, second plane hit the second tower. And
played Flight Simulator at night.
really, in between the two planes, after the first one hit, most civilians, everyone watching, they just thought it was an accident. They just thought that something happened with the plane, and they weren't really sure. And then, as it became clear it could be hijacking, they thought it was a one-off incident until, lo and behold, a little while later, second plane hit the exact point right beside it in the other tower. Then they knew it was planned, and America was under attack for the first time in modern history, and really nothing on our soil had been seen like that since the Civil War, and nothing by a foreign power since the War of 1812, when that was Great Britain and Canada burning the White House. But it was, I was still pretty young. I was 6 years old when it happened, but I do remember where I was. I was
Damn, you're old.
in my first grade class, and school was obviously canceled for the rest of the day, and I believe for the rest of the week too. And I remember we had to, for about a year after that, we were still doing drills at our school. It was common for a lot of schools to develop more drills for situations like that, to be able to evacuate buildings faster, because of obviously the scenes that were there. I mean, it was a skyscraper, so that was what caused a lot of it. Fire and everything blocking off some of the floors. It really, if you haven't seen any documentary on it, you really should watch one. They have a couple good ones that just came out for the 20th anniversary on Netflix and Hulu that really describe the scene of that day. And I mean, really, it was talked about for probably at least 2 years after that, as we went to war in 2001 in Afghanistan, and then we went to war in 2003 in Iraq. I mean, for pretty much 2 years, that was all that was talked about on TV. Was the wars going on over there, everything that stemmed from that one event on September 11th. And I mean, even now, it's fresh in a lot of people's minds, and it's been 20 years, but it's an event that I don't think many people will ever forget, having witnessed it, especially the people that were there in New York. I can't even imagine that. They said the skies were just black from so much smoke.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How I don't know what's worse, that or the possibility of Yellowstone erupting and killing everybody.
I would say that would be a more extreme event for loss of life, obviously, but what really set this
the whole
apart
world
was it was so shocking. You got to understand, in 2001, America really was. They had never. It wasn't. I won't say people were like happier. It was more like stagnant, boring. It was like America had never looked better. They were on top. Stock market was up. Everybody just thought, all right, well, this is the century of America, the 2000s, starting. And then that happens. I mean, it was a shock to everyone. They thought it's not possible in America. It's not possible for America to be attacked. We're better than the rest of the world put together with our technology and weapons and everything. And then we were proven, how fragile the whole system is. I mean, a country that, and this isn't in a derogatory way, but that really, even to this day, some of the population still lives in caves, was able to put together an attack to the level that they were. It really makes you think, how fragile is the entire system? What would it take to bring the entire country down? Because we were brought to our knees on that day. So.
Yeah. But I still say though that it was staged. Well, not staged, but it was planned.
Oh yeah, I mean we can get into the conspiracy theories of it.
I don't think on the eve of the 20th anniversary is the right time to get into conspiracy theories.
No, it's perfect timing. It's on topic, Lucas.
I
We can do the
won't go
fuck
into
we
the
want.
conspiracy theories of the towers because I mean there was obviously major loss of life there. We know there was major loss of life, but I will, if we want to talk about conspiracy theory, I will say there's a lot of thoughts, and a lot of people swear that there was not a plane that hit the Pentagon. Some people say that it was a missile. Some people say that there was the attack that day was really planned for the towers, but that the government wanted to make it look even bigger than it was, so they possibly shot their own missile into the Pentagon.
They shot their own missile.
That's kind of what the theory is. There's also really
No, I just think that, who was the president at the time?
Bush.
George Bush.
Right?
Yeah, he was behind it. That's actually a common conspiracy that he was behind it, was it not, Celeste?
Yeah, that's a very big reference in pop culture, yeah.
Yes.
Then you need me to explain to you what pop culture is?
Shut the fuck up. You seen get fucking wrecked by fucking dickhead Flash in the fucking first goddamn corner.
I wrecked myself too, but still finished second.
Well, yeah, I was there in the middle of fucking every fucking, AI dumbass, and, I kept getting wrecked by them.
Do you guys want me to start in the back?
That would be kind of
Yeah.
cool, actually.
And you don't go first lap.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't go first lap, period.
You can
Oh,
go.
what's it
It's a
called?
lot of traffic. Though.
You should add the Netherlands as one of the trucks.
Yeah, fuck you, that track's retarded.
What? Also, look at that lap time. Sexy.
I'll beat it if I get fucking wrecked in the last fucking lap. I purpled sector 1 and fucking 2. I fucking wrecked on
I would beat
sector
it if
3.
I had my custom.
I don't give a fuck about them custom.
I probably would have been down in the 142s. I'll tell you how that feels.
Flash, pick your damn car.
Oh yeah.
What car are you going to, Flash? Let's be teammates. I'm thinking Aston or Alpine.
I was just gonna say Aston, so let's do that.
Yeah, I want Vettel.
Oh, you fucker.
Where'd you go, Heathen? Oh, you're over done there.
Oh, because
Yeah.
he finished back there. It doesn't show up in the.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Ready up. Thank you.
But I mean, I think for a lot of people, this is a big one. I think the 10-year was probably, one of the biggest anniversaries in a lot of people's mind. Thinking back on that day, I remember for the 10-year, they actually, for at least I think for every year up until the 10-year, they used to play back on all your local channels. They would play back the events that unfolded on 9/11, like from 8 a.m. to like noon. They would play that on a loop. I think they stopped doing that after the 10-year mark, but I could see them possibly doing that for this one. The actual broadcasts from different channels, like I'm sure CNN would do theirs, NBC, ABC News. But as I said earlier, it was a shocking event for a lot of people, and I have never watching clips from it because I don't really remember watching much about it since I was so young, but I do a little bit. But watching the clips back, like on YouTube, everything's available, and you can just see the shock on some of the reporters and broadcasters' faces. As they report it, you can hear it in their voice. They really don't know what's going on. They're fearing for their own lives. You got to think. They weren't sure how bad it was going to get. They weren't sure if the next thing was a nuke popping up in D.C. and blowing up everybody, or in Los Angeles or New York City or something. They didn't know. They didn't know what was going to happen. And
Yeah.
it's still weighs heavy on a lot of people's mind. Lost over 3,000 people that day.
Over 3,000?
Yeah. But yeah, you were how old, Heathen? You were 1? Were you 1 yet? You were
Just barely.
just barely 1 years old, yeah. 1 year
I don't
old.
remember any of this fucking shit. I don't remember any of it. So I have no clue. I know that apparently I was in South Carolina on vacation when it happened.
Wow.
Apparently, from what my mom told me, I was in South Carolina. So I don't. And Lucas wasn't even. His daddy's sperm wasn't in his mom yet, and he wasn't even being thought about being made yet.
Yeah, for anyone watching this podcast, now you know how babies are made. So consider yourselves lucky. And
They didn't know how babies are made?
I want to correct myself. The total number of deaths officially is 2,996, but
yeah, you're 4 people off, Flash. You can fucking be politically correct.
The actual victims are 2,977, and then of course the 19 terrorists died, but 25,000 injured, and I was actually seeing something the other day on my local news. They were talking about it, how they have still not identified. They know that they're in there. They know because of people that have been missing for that 20 years, but they have not been able to identify some of the bodies, some of the bone fragments that were found. Some of that because of
People are still being found?
no, they have the fragment stuff, and they've tried to get DNA. Some of them are so burned that they can't even get anything off of the bone to be able to tell, is this the person, is this person, or is this person. They know the person's dead, but they haven't been able to identify the bodies because there was barely anything left because the fires were so hot.
Wait, fires are hot?
I mean,
It was near
kidding.
cremation levels, right?
yeah, it was
It
hot
had to
enough
be.
it was hot enough to melt steel. I mean, and that was a combination of it being a plane full of jet fuel, which burns hotter anyway, and of how fast it was going when it hit. I mean, the created friction. I mean, it was basically equal, and that's why so many people, say that, you could replicate that like at the Pentagon with a torpedo, because it's basically, they said that it's equal to getting hit by one, basically. But I mean, they said that the planes really did not slow down that much at all on entry. They were a little bit sideways on entry, but they were pretty much full throttle when it happened. So it's honestly amazing to me how it just doesn't tear the building right in half. But most people said too, when they saw it happen and they saw the buildings being hit, they never thought they would collapse like that.
Right.
And that was another shock to everyone that day, as the building started to just fall in minutes.
See, I want to say jokes, but I know I'm not allowed to say jokes because it's an actual serious thing. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Shut the fuck up.
Anyway, so that's not what I meant. Like, I didn't mean to segue off the 9/11 stuff, but one thing that comes around every year on 9/11 in my Instagram feed is people's last phone calls. That always shakes me.
I mean, cell phones were a thing back then. They were obviously, not. We didn't have smartphones. They were rechargeable. They weren't bricks either. They were portable. Nokia, stuff like that. But the lines were overwhelmed back then. I think it would probably still happen today. Maybe not as bad. The systems are a little bit better. I feel like we would have more communication. Back then, there was zero. As soon as it happened, the lines back then, cell phone towers and cell phone lines, they were not built for literally, especially in New York City, millions of people trying to call all at once. Nobody could get through. Nobody could say, that if somebody worked in the tower or near the tower, they couldn't call their loved one and say, hey, I'm okay, or, hey, I'm not going to make it. I'm on the, 80th floor, and we can't get down, and have to say their goodbyes. Some of them couldn't get through, and some of them couldn't call from home and check on them either. The same way, neither side. I mean, because it was just pandemonium.
I've seen videos on YouTube about people jumping from like the top floor, and just splatting because
it was either you're gonna burn to death or you're gonna take your own life. Pick your poison, really.
It's a pretty dark trivia question, but when was the last time before 9/11 that happened in New York City? People were jumping out of windows, in mass.
In mass. So
yes,
that happens every single fucking day in some parts of the world.
That would be the stock market crash of 1929. People had lost everything, and they jumped out of their windows, the stockbrokers and everything. In this case, it was even darker. It was because they would rather jump to their death than burn as quickly as those buildings, as we just said, as quickly as they were set ablaze. It was.
Well, you think about it, that was smart though. Think about it, because then they could identify the bodies.
That too, yeah. That's.
That's still a lot of damage.
Even though they might have been a pancake, but they were still able to be identified.
Well, and that's another thing that they don't talk about, but that a lot of the cars that were on the ground were hit by bodies. I mean, there were hundreds of cars that were just.
All I'm saying is that insurance that day must have been fucked.
Oh yeah.
Because, if people land on a body, that's like, what the fuck's the thing? Allstate that, is that the one that has like the random guy that always fucking like destroyed cars and shit?
Yeah, I want to say, and I could be wrong, but I swear I heard somewhere that it was one of the companies got a shit ton of flack for it because they told their customers they wouldn't be able to cover them for any of the damage they suffered there because it wasn't a natural disaster. It wasn't.
It kind of was.
And it wasn't
it's a natural.
It wasn't It wasn't an automotive accident. It wasn't a normal occurrence. So they didn't fit in their policy. And I remember that they caught a bunch of heat for it. Like they had to go back on that and end up covering them, but because it literally would have cost them their company, but. I forget who that was, but it was a lot going on around that time that people don't realize. It wasn't just the event; it was everything else surrounding it that people.
I hate fucking people. I want to fucking throw a fucking, I want to throw something into fucking Bodas right now, like a plane.
It's like that drive, last to first.
It's not very hard. Of course, I'm fucking like 12.
Yeah, but I saw the drive.
Wow, you're so good. You beat an AI on 12.
I had to beat Flash.
Oh, so good.
Well, we could up the difficulty. Get harder for me to get through the field. I actually passed Flash on the first lap.
Yeah, well, right after we crossed the.
You literally only ran a second faster than I ran in qualifying.
Only a second.
I was 2 seconds faster than Flash in qualifying. Shut the fuck up.
I love this track. NASCAR needs to come back here.
And knowing their luck now, I'd rather them go here than fucking Motorsport. Motorsport's fucking ass.
The Cup Series here, because I remember Xfinity used to have great races here. Marcos Ambrose.
Yeah, Montreal. This is a track I would like to see NASCAR go back to. I remember wasn't it here that they ran for the first time in the rain?
In rain? No, I think that was Mexico.
Oh, was it Mexico?
I think.
Come on, that doesn't rain in Mexico. Everybody knows that.
I thought I was the fucking questionable joke guy.
Hey,
right,
we're all
Lucas, you're so fucking smart. Go over NASCAR this week.
Xfinity. Wait, no, they had truck racing here too. In the truck race, I mean, who else
Sheldon
but
Creed.
Sheldon Creed? You know what I mean? That guy is on fire right now.
Playoff Sheldon.
I know. The truck race apparently was boring. I mean, high downforce, not much power. The Xfinity race, Denny Hamlin was going to win that race, and then he got some penalties on pit road, and that costed him. And then, if my memory serves me correct, one certain Noah Gragson won that race.
Yes, sir.
For Cup, it was a really great race seeing these cars slipping and sliding for the first race of the playoffs. I personally think Arlington is the best track that we go to right now. But seeing Denny Hamlin hold off Kyle Larson and Ross Chastain, who was on fire too.
I don't know for say if he, held him off. He just kind of blocked him.
Yeah. And yeah, that was crazy for them. Great finish too, which was surprising. And turn on equal performance.
No, you mean a fucking shit car?
Being a shit car. No, Alpine.
No.
Fine.
Be in a fucking Haas or a Williams car. If you want to fucking put equal performance one.
And make a car.
Well, equal means it's all the same now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck that shit.
What?
Put it on realistic
Don't
with
get
him
no
being in a
fucking-
Haas.
You don't get no fucking advantage. No, fuck you, bud.
Okay, I'll get in a midfield car.
No, you got to get in a backpack car. I'll get in the midfield, and he can be in the top.
Yeah, either you can be in Mercedes or Red Bull.
No.
And
McLaren.
I'll be where I'm at,
Ride or die.
and then you be. There we go. That sounds good.
McLaren ride or die. Flash, I have a question for you, actually. Fuck it. I'm gonna see interview. We're just gonna fucking ask people each other random fucking questions. Lucas the Flash, what is your dream car?
My dream car. Oh man.
Cause I have an old one and I have a current one. So like an older car and then a newer car.
I like Bimmers.
Old car. Probably either
Hold on, I'll be right back again.
a 55 Corvette or
Corvette.
or
fucking jet like jet.
what is it, the Aston Martin, the James Bond car, the DB. Oh, it's DB5, I think. Yeah, that one is pretty sick. I would pick between those if it's old, and then like a newer car. Honestly, I really would like to have a Tesla, one of the top end Teslas, or a if you're talking about an actual non-electric car, probably a
Cybertruck.
probably a Murcielago, a Lamborghini, or a Huracan.
Bro, Huracan or fucking. That used to be my favorite car than like the Challenger.
Yeah, I mean,
like supercar used to be my favorite car.
maybe attainable in my lifetime car. I would say maybe a Charger or a Challenger, like a new one. That's.
I mean, Tesla's actually cheaper than that.
Yeah, well, okay, one of the base Teslas, not. Yeah. I'm never going to be able to afford a $180,000 Tesla or whatever the top end
Teslas are fucking like 25 fucking to 50K.
Yeah, the standard, like the, what is it, Model S? Yeah.
Model S and X, yeah.
I think you turned
mine,
the AI up a little bit.
Yeah. Mine is, well, this is also the track we're going to in career mode too, so I'm trying to help out you. But mine old one was Challenger Hellcat. So just the Challenger SRT.
Speaking of,
was my...
did you see where Dodge have they came out with that yet? The Dodge minivan with the Hellcat engine.
I'm not aware yet.
They're coming out with that. It's gonna be a minivan with a Hellcat engine.
Oh.
Imagine
the
soccer moms taking their kids to soccer practice. They're squalling tires the whole way.
Yeah. Right now though, my dream car for current is like the McLaren P1.
Ugh.
There's like 4 in my area, and every time I fucking see it, I wanna like nut in my pants.
I like the Audi R8s too.
Alright, I'm back.
I've drove an A4.
I have too.
They're fun.
Yeah.
They're also very, very fast. And so that's why he didn't have a driver's license for 3 fucking years. That was my first car. Audi A4.
Oh well. What year?
2004. I think. It was an older one. I have pictures of it still. On my old phone at least. It's the red car since you Flash.
I forgot to start in the race.
What the fuck was that? I just did a fucking bump in the goddamn track and just fucking sent me the goddamn grass.
I saw that.
What the fuck is this retarded fucking bullshit?
Move, Vettel.
Well, good fucking win, Lucas. This game's fucking dog shit.
Made a pass around the outside of Vettel. So here on the podcast, I can give you guys a Taco Bell food review of the crispy chicken sandwich taco.
No, you need to fucking pick, you need your old car and your new car.
My favorite older car, like how old?
Old.
Like 70s, 80s, or like...
Older than your fucking young ass.
Okay, well, an E36 BMW is older than me.
Okay.
For like a new car, like an E92 BMW, a C8 Corvette, an A90 Supra, a lot of those cars.
And then, oh, never mind. So those are your 2 dream cars?
Yeah.
Can you fucking move, Maz, a fucking shithead? I don't know if Flash, but I think Flash just fucking died, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I'll just take the lead in the
you were
NASCAR.
quiet. Well, I got fucking right by the goddamn fucking game being retarded. And Flash fucking just sucks from that fucking corner.
Driving this
He
house
fucking
feels like
hits
I'm
the curb and
driving an
dies.
F2 car. Oh no, 6?
My
Damn.
golf lap was better. My Q lap was better than that. Fuck you. But fucking traffic's like, oh, fuck you. Earn a 105 in qualifying. So we talking about the chicken shit?
Yeah, crispy chicken sandwich taco from Taco Bell.
Whoa, that sounds good.
Yeah, I have one right next to me, and after this, I will bite.
Having a food review on the podcast.
Dave, point
So
over,
I'm
Dave.
I'm picking Lando Norris for my pick for the F1 race this week. He's my favorite F1 Twitch streamer. And YouTube.
Where's F1 at this weekend?
I
Monza.
have no fucking clue.
Monza.
Oh, Monza. Don't even say Lewis Hamilton, I'll keep you dead. Lewis Hamilton is the Cowboys pick for extended. You can't pick him.
I'm gonna pick
It's a Cowboys
Leclerc.
Ha 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 ha. Max.
Huh?
Max.
What's happened?
Yeah.
I remember when Ferrari would come to Monza though and win every time.
You can talk some F1 here if y'all want. I got some big F1 news that happened this week.
Yeah, go ahead, talk about it.
Valtteri Bottas to Alfa Romeo. Obviously the biggest move of the week. We're gonna save the big move for last. AlphaTauri confirmed their 2022 lineup of Yuki Tsunoda and Pierre Gasly. And Williams confirmed Alexander Albon alongside Nicholas Latifi. Now,
Let's hit you.
for your eagle-eyed viewers out there, you realized, oh hey, George Russell. What's up with that, man? Partnering 7-time champion, maybe 8-time by the time they're teammates, champion, Lewis at Mercedes. Apparently this decision has been made for weeks now, and they were just waiting for shoes for Bottas.
So,
I don't know how that's fucking...
how many do you think Russell's going to win next season?
None.
It depends how good Mercedes' car is, because there's the brand new aero regs next year.
Oh yeah, that's like a reset pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be fucking dog shit.
No.
No,
I
but
No,
they
think
made
not
a
Russell,
jump
dog shit.
on it, I'm sure, but...
Not Russell. Dog shit.
Which team do you think is going to be the best next year?
McLaren.
Either Red Bull or Mercedes.
Yeah.
McLaren.
Anyway, I have to go grab something real quick again.
Don't fucking hurt you, dickhead. I was on a fucking fast lap and you fucked me up.
No, we crossed the line right there.
Yeah, I know. I was on a fucking fast lap. I would fucking beat Lucas' bitch ass. I fucking ran one fucking 6.4. He ran a fucking 6.0. I had to swear for your fucking bum ass. Because you don't know how to fucking drive a goddamn car.
I was trying to slow down for you.
Wreck me? Yeah, I know. Bruh. Look at his time flash. Look at mine. He ran a 4.35. I ran a fucking 4.73, and you fucking blocked me at the fucking end.
Alright, I'm back. That should be the final interruption.
You can thank Flashball for your fucking best lap.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I lost by like 2/1000s, whatever.
What's it called? I had
you almost fucking wrecked me.
two purple sectors, and then I didn't have ERS for the last sector, so...
I hadn't had ERS at all.
ERS.
I don't
Anyway.
use any of those anyway.
He does auto deployment of ERS.
Okay.
No.
Alright, boys,
No.
do we want a chicken review?
Yes. Chicken review segment has arrived.
Alright, so this is the crispy chicken sandwich from Taco Bell. Sandwich taco from Taco Bell. Alright, one bite, everybody knows the rules. So, nice crisp. For y'all that don't know what this is, it's like, flatbread or something. It's not like taco shell. It's a chicken finger with chipotle sauce on it. A little bit of spice and kick. Pretty good breading on the chicken, though. I would rate this better than a Popeye's chicken sandwich.
What the fuck is this podcast coming to, Flash?
It's
What
coming to
the
me
fucking
one
food
of
review
those chicken sandwich tacos.
Oh my god, the bread, though, that they use for this is so good.
Oh, man.
Has there ever made a turn down, like, Lucas's, car horsepower?
You have. You gave him Haas.
What the fucking matter? Do fucking Williams.
They're just as bad.
Hess and Williams.
Okay,
If anything, Williams is better.
Yeah, Williams is probably
Williams sounds worse.
Williams in the 90s used to be the shit.
I have a Baja Blast.
Keyword used to be. Also, speaking of Mountain Dew, Mountain Dew Voodoo came back out this week.
Did y'all hear, speaking of Mountain Dew, that they're making hard seltzer?
Interesting.
Yeah.
I might have to try. Not that
Wait,
I'm
did you guys not
alcoholic
want
or
me to
anything.
qualify again?
You're never qualifying again. You're gonna give us fucking a head start as well.
I'll try
Yep,
for the
I'm
first
starting in the
couple of
back.
sectors.
Spun.
But and is there any other news, Lucas, that you want to talk about since you're just sitting there?
What? F1?
Anything?
Jimmy Johnson tested IndyCar on an oval.
That was 2 weeks ago. You told us already.
Well, no, the test was last week.
If you said he was gonna, that
He
he
was gonna
test
do it,
everything
but
2
now
weeks
he
ago.
did test it, heathen.
Okay. How'd he do?
He said he liked it, but he needs to do at least one more test before he decides if he wants to do the Indy 500 or not.
Or he's gonna do it with Kyle Larson in the car. Calling it. Him and Kyle Larson do it the same year.
Is Larson thinking about it?
Yeah.
Roger Penske
Gonna-
wants
he-
to give him a ride.
Yeah. So is Ganassi, I think.
Ganassi doesn't want to give him a ride.
Why not? It's not like Ganassi, you know. Also, good job fucking Lucas for qualifying, you dumbass.
What? I'm not qualifying.
Well, I know I didn't start. I purpled 1 and 3, but I spun out in 2. Yep.
The
Right
AI.
across line right now.
So, Kyle Larson in an IndyCar.
Yeah. And I honestly think he could fucking win 600. That night too.
You think he could win the Indy 500?
I mean, he's a fucking wheel man. He's won everything he's got behind. So
You know who I think
High
should be in
possibility.
the Indy 500?
Osama bin Laden.
No.
Oh well, we talk about 9/11. I
You
thought
said
that was on
Penske,
topic.
so you know.
Oh my.
There's a Penske.
Bro, if he does, I hope he fucking flips and Dan Weldon's some fucking self.
Oh, that's harsh.
No, it's not.
Look,
I mean, he died doing what he loved to do.
if Logano ran in the Indy 500, he would win.
You're funny. That's like the most funniest thing you've ever said to mine. That I've ever said known you. I did not fucking jump, you fucking retard.
Yeah, you did. You almost made me jump it too. Flash, I'm there.
What part of fucking giving us a fucking head start did you fucking understand?
I'm spinning. Picks time, alright.
I just raped Flash, but apparently I didn't rape Flash. How did I not rape you? I clobbered your fucking nose.
I saved it.
Oh,
You so, you want to hear something funny, Lucas? Since we're on topic of F1.
what?
Flash's a fucking idiot.
Oh,
Okay.
So we were doing our F1 career mode last night, right?
yeah.
And this fucking, it was a rain race, right?
Oh
And
god,
this
yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
idiot
Yes, yes.
Put on fucking slicks to try and beat me.
The track was drying.
It
It wasn't all the way dry. Yeah, it was sprinkling and the track was starting to dry, but it wasn't all the way. And
Inters, bro. Inters.
we were on inters. We were already on intermediates. That's why I was like, well, maybe the slicks would work, and it didn't work.
It worked for like.
Yeah, we started on intermediates, and then it was clearing up on half of the track, and the other half was a little bit wet. And I was like, yeah, we'll try it, but no, it was a lot more wet than I thought it was. And
Alright, so, picks for this truck rocker of mine. Xfinity, I'm picking Dale Jr. for my dark horse pick because, no, I'm kidding, for my regular pick because Dale Jr. And then Sam Mayer for my dark horse.
Can't call Sam Mayer a dark horse pick. He's in a JRM.
He's in the 99 car.
It's a
He's in the
JRM
99 car. It's a dark. I don't care. He's a dark horse because he's not fucking good. He's not good. So he's, you know, he's a dark horse pick. Has he won an Xfinity Series yet?
He's also been in there for like 5 races. He did win Bristol in his first truck start, though, Ethan.
No, it was his 3rd truck start. Or 4th truck start.
One of his
He
early
was in
ones.
24 truck, I know. Yeah. Larson won his fucking 2nd, I think. So.
Well, Xfinity at Richmond, I'm going to pick... Is Gibbs in the field?
Yes, yeah, he is.
I'll pick Ty.
Someone to pick him.
And then...
And your dark horse?
Who did we say? Who's the 26 now?
Last week is a cup driver.
Wait, no, it's John Hunter Nemechek.
That'll be my dark horse. Because that's a
That's-
dark horse team for sure.
And so is the fucking 99.
Yeah.
Even though it's technically, even though it's a junior motorsports prepared car, it's still a fucking
Yeah.
McLeod racing team. The
So-
McLeod car.
Oh, I spun off of that corner again.
So, yep, I'll pick Nemechek as my dark horse, John Hunter.
Alright,
Lucas.
Justin Allgaier. And... I don't think Jeb Burton's been performing well this year, so I think he's a dark horse.
He's a dark horse. He has a win this year, but that's also Talladega, so Talladega plate races don't count for wins. We all know this.
Who is y'all's cup picks?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm still thinking my pick.
Well, I guess I'll start with dark horse. I'm going to say...
Haley Deegan.
No. I don't know.
Alright, I'll get mine out of the way. I'm gonna go Denny Hamlin and Michael McDowell.
You think Danny's gonna go back to back?
You would have done it
I know
earlier
he's
this
just-
year.
I know he's historically good here.
Is Benedetto considered a dark horse?
Yeah.
I would say
Pick
so.
him as my dark horse. Yeah. And then, oh, you're gonna love this pick, Logano, as my main. Considering he is good at
jack shit. Well, you see, since Alex Bowman won the spring race,
Not gonna win
you know,
again.
Kyle Larson's his teammate, so Kyle Larson has all the data. Cliff Daniels said in the Instagram live thing did, I think yesterday, the day before, I think it was Thursday, that they were sharing notes with the 48 team this week, so they know what they're doing with that. So I'm picking Larson for my regular pick, surprise. And who for my dark horse? Tyler Reddick.
Thought about him. Yeah.
Look, Blaze won in PSCS, so we have to pick the 8 car, I guess. Flash, you wanna go over CRL though?
Yeah, what picks or this week's racing?
Both.
Yeah. All right. So, a week in racing in CRL. We will start with the Cup Series, which was won by our very own Lucas Nixium.
It's a shame that last night he couldn't have won. He would have been the second driver in CR history to sweep.
You had a hell of a battle with Super Shifter Christian to win that race by a tenth and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely an exciting race. One of the best battles I've seen in a long time, and yeah, it was. So you won. Super Shifter finished second. Tyler Cubs third. Cowboy finished in fourth. LA Fatality finished in fifth. Sixth, Zach. Seventh, Party. Eighth, Chase. Ninth, Drake. And 10th was Asphalt Gator in the Cup race. And in Xfinity, we had our very own Heathen finishing second to our winner, Super Shifter. Super Shifter had a really good...
If I didn't get damaged going to pit road because I got pushed into I would have won the race, but
it would have been a good
battle for the win.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he even said after that, because he doesn't run for points, he wouldn't have like made it easy for me, but he wouldn't have made it like super difficult to get past. If I was fast, he was gonna let me go.
Yeah.
Because I'm running for points, he's not. So, yeah, that was the only way stopping Lucas from sweeping, by the way, because Lucas won tonight's race as well.
Yeah.
Hey, all I'm saying to Lucas is you beat Cohen straight up. He finished the race and you still beat him.
Mm-hmm.
And he had the 8th fastest lap time, so clearly he didn't have his black box tonight. Yeah, Lucas won tonight's race at Eldora, which was a fucking shit show. Except for everybody but Lucas. I felt like. Flash was awesome on the field tonight. Flash, you want to talk about your struggle?
Well, I finished last in the race tonight.
You didn't? Somebody backed out.
Well, I think I finished last actually. But
I thought someone backed out.
Either way, though, got some decent stage points for Evan, subbing for him for CCD and loading. But yeah, again, of course, Lucas, you won again. So that's 2 out of 3 for the week. And I mean, how did you do it tonight? I did not think you were going to come in there on Eldora and do what you did, honestly.
Neither did I.
He said he ran fucking 310s.
What was I running?
3 times an extra X.
Mm-hmm.
Or 4 tons. One of the fucking two.
Wheel 5, dumbass.
But, yeah, I mean, so you swept 2 of the races, so, and had a top 5 in the other, so that's pretty much as good as it gets, other than sweeping the whole week, so,
Did you get a speeding penalty? The Xfinity?
No.
One of those runs at the end?
No.
Oh.
But, yep, next week is a, pretty interesting schedule, right? We're at Charlotte in Cup, and then Pocono in Trucks, and Charlotte again. Pocono in Xfinity, and then Charlotte again in Trucks on Friday. So which race, if I race any next week, which one should I run?
None, because after what happened tonight, none.
Oh, come on now.
You need me in the fucking booth.
Maybe I'll run.
It's not even because... No, it's not even because of you.
No, I know. Maybe I will.
Like, I love having you in track.
Maybe I'll run Wednesday, possibly, if Cole can show up and Storm's gonna be in the booth.
What's different though?
Yeah.
Wednesdays you can sub, but like, you know,
I'll think about it.
You can't do this anymore in the lower series for right now.
I could take over Friday.
All right, we can think about it.
No, you run for points. But yeah, Charlotte's probably your best bet to sub for because you're trash at Pocono. So,
Yeah, I won't be running Pocono's Xfinity race, but I might have to pop in for one of the two. We'll figure that out. But definitely gonna be a good week in racing. I feel like I'm interested to see. I'm interested to watch the Pocono race. Honestly, I think that's gonna be fun from the booth. Not really one of my favorite to race, but I think it's fun to watch.
it's fun last year to race, and I feel like it's a doubleheader we did, but we're not doing it for some dumbass fucking reason. But that's what it is. But it should be a good race, though. Hey, fuck do I know? I'm just a driver. Lucas, who do you have for the cup race?
Cowboy. Tyler
Flash.
Cubs.
Fuck Tyler Cubs. He probably won't even show the fuck up.
So wait, you're
He's
picking
gonna say-
you're picking who now? Lucas, you're picking Tyler Cubs or Cowboy?
Tyler.
Okay.
He ain't gonna show the fuck up.
Well, I'm gonna go with Super Shifter then.
I'm gonna go Cowboy then.
I think that's a pretty stacked. I think that could be the top three if they all race. Other than you, of course, Eden.
I'm not
And
racing.
Lucas. Oh, other than you, of course. Then Lucas.
We're not racing.
Oh, neither one of y'all are. Okay, well then,
No,
that
we're-
is gonna be
we're
top
Bristol
three. Then I think we
tomorrow,
called it.
next week.
But Xfinity Pocono, that's a tough one. I knew who I'm gonna pick, but
I love Pocono.
Gabby.
all right, I'm picking you.
That's so usual. You're picking Lucas for Pocono?
Yep.
You're funny.
Lucas can win anywhere.
Oh my fucking
Oh my
god.
god! I thought that was one of you guys that just wrecked me, just messing with me. That was Dan Hamilton. He just drove. He literally just sideswiped me in the middle of the straightaway. Like drove into my door. If I had a door.
At least you fucking, don't, cannot get fucking, like, actually make a fucking corner like getting fucking wrecked.
Lucas, you better calm down back there. I'm gonna start slinging cars at you.
No, it's alright. Leclerc did it for you.
But that will bring us to the.
I didn't pick it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't know who I'm gonna pick. Who the fuck? No one's good. I don't know.
No one's good.
No one good's left.
There's always.
Who the fuck did Lucas pick?
You know who you could pick?
Gabby.
I'm not picking serving fucking faggot boy. I'll pick Chase
All right.
or Evan, one of those two.
Now, trucks.
Heathen.
Can't pick yourself.
Evan.
All right. Evan for trucks.
You know what's nice, Flash?
Hmm.
I can't get a code of conduct penalty in the podcast.
True.
At least until party sees and then enforces that now if I talk
Now
shit
you
on
say
Cone.
that. New rule next week.
I can get a code of conduct
will be
penalty.
enforced during the podcast.
That's why it's a non-filtered podcast party, so I can talk shit on fucking dumbass people. I even talk shit on myself half the goddamn time.
Well, more like 90% of the time, but yeah.
I talk shit on myself, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So either people be like, oh yeah, he only talks shit on other people. No, I talk more shit on myself than anybody else other than Lucas.
Ooh,
'Cause then he can
Sonoda.
take it. Because I know that you and Lucas are the two people that can, like, take the harsh criticisms that I give you.
Oh, yeah.
You're just, bad. And,
What?
also,
as soon
I
as you
wanna
said that, I
address
spun
that.
out.
yeah, I told you. You're
You
bad.
said you're just bad, and I just spun out. Fuck you.
I know, you're just bad.
I'm still spinning. Stop
Did-
it.
Didn't we know? Don't we all know that I do witchcraft? Like, bruh, you should know. When I say your name, you're gonna fucking get murdered.
Flash, I'll go win this
That's
race for
you.
you. It's okay.
All right, go for it. Hey,
But
wait. So you picked? All right, I gotta pick Charlotte. I'll pick. If he runs, I'm gonna pick Zach just because.
Lucas, who you picking for trucks?
Even.
I'm about to say, if you didn't pick me, I was like, no one picks the defending winner. And this was my first, well, I guess it's not my first league win. These guys in CRL, but it's my first league win with this group of guys. I was WSRL, but now it's CRL, and this was my first win.
Yeah.
It was actually Haas fucking Quinn Houth me on pit road. Or pitted from the fucking wall. And almost fucked my race up, but I got back and, won the race. So that was... Were you in the booth then, Flash?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember when you started in the booth, honestly. I don't remember. Either way, though, Lucas, I appreciate you actually picking someone who should theoretically be fast. And I did win the Xfinity race here, actually. So, like 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. So. But, yeah. Is that all, Flash?
Could be.
Think so.
Flash, I just got every color of the fucking rainbow, by the way. I had a red sector 1, a green sector 2, and I purpled sector 3.
I just purpled it right before you got there too.
Oh, that's fucking gravel. I thought it was fucking like asphalt.
Alright, outro the podcast.
Well, I'll do that after when we're back in the regular lobby. But as always, thank the sponsors, 96 Orange Chasers and Viking Matco, Stanley for editing, Lucas for coming on the podcast and just shooting the shit with us. Doing nothing but us do the fucking lives. Chris Hacker, maybe at some point in the future. That's a very real possibility.
Oh, yeah, one more shout out. Shout out to Travis Kelsey for the Bitcoin as well.
Oh, yeah. Shout out. Talk about that real quick before we finish this race out.
Yes.
So I got Flash a free $10 in Bitcoin. Because Travis Kelsey, tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, the best football team in the NFL, had a thing with Cash App, and he was giving away $250,000 worth of Bitcoin, and I got mine, and he got his. So yeah, thank you to Travis Kelsey. And also, before I forget, speaking of, I don't care if it's fucking NASCAR or whatever, NFL's back, baby.
Yes, it is.
And if Greg Zuerlein knew how to kick a fucking football, Micah Parsons would have fucking beat Tom Brady in his first ever start in the NFL. I will say, Flash, if you watch that game, Tom Brady was scared of Micah.
Well, all this is making me think, too, maybe on some slow weeks here, you might be hearing some NFL, like we're doing right now. Might have to...
No, every week we're having NFL.
Well, I mean, what I'm saying is, like, more NFL.
Oh, yeah. I come from football, so, like, a football background, so football will be talked about. It's just part of who I am. I could, I know some dumbass NFL shit that people yell at me for, and like, oh, you ain't. As Flash, I can talk about NFL for hours upon hours upon hours without shutting the fuck up. More like him about racing, but yeah. Lucas, what are you expecting from the next dev episode of the ignition thing?
Physics.
Think we're gonna get gameplay?
Hopefully.
You're gonna get Bristol Dirt gameplay, especially?
I think they'll give us Richmond.
Or at least like Bristol, at least something Bristol Dirt. I mean, 'cause they gave us a screenshot of Brett Keselowski.
Kozlowski, where?
At Richmond.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be the end of the podcast. It's probably gonna be a shorter one because Stanley's probably gonna edit all the fucking quiet bits of us talking tonight. So congratulations to Lucas and Super Shifter for this week on their wins.
Yep.
I know if Blaze will get math, I would say congrats to him. Congrats to Blaze on his fucking win.
Nice. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yes.
UNC.
Whenever his fucking
UNC. Oh.
Man.
What's up?
You made me want to start fucking, do my chomp and shit, boy. Florida to die, baby. But we're gonna end the pot. I did. Unless you ran the last lap. I ran a 35.6, I think.
Didn't have a clean lap.
36.2. But yep, thank you all for tuning in.
Northeast Texas Storm Chasers is a small group made up of 5 chasers throughout the Northeast Texas region. Cover any and all severe weather events that affect their area, no matter if they are out in the field or behind a phone on the couch. You can guarantee that this group keep you and your family safe and prepared for all modes of severe weather. For more info and or questions, please visit their Facebook page, Northeast Texas Storm Changers, and be sure to click that like button. Thank you for supporting our podcast.
Viking Mat Co. is one of the top suppliers of timber mat products for the construction industry in North America. Our new and used timber mats, hardwood access mats, timber crane mats, and swamp mats provide support and stability for any project.